Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Sports Card Madness. This is a special episode. This episode is actually sponsored by the Hobby Box app. And today we're going to be talking, LZ and Nick, about card shows, um, just how to manage all your cards, where you can find deals, and we're going to be talking about this cool app that we discovered. So, Nick,
hmm
what's happening, man?
What's going on, man? We were just talking off air. I've got a fun issue right now. I got a king mattress that needs to get out of my house, and it's upstairs. And the
Okay.
stairs it's tight, man. And I was just joking with LZ. I'm like, wouldn't it be so fun to just chainsaw the thing in half and make it so much
Oh, yeah,
easier?
blast. It'll be a blast. You put the Chevy Chase hockey mask on and you just start ripping that chainsaw.
Oh, it'd be so sick. I could throw on some Godsmack and
There you
just
go.
like get
There
the
you go.
goggles on. And I
This is
can't.
one of those new mattresses too, right?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
This is
dude.
like, yeah,
It's
those
going
new
everywhere.
mattresses. One of those new Tempur-Pedic mattresses. I'm sure at this point, like everybody's probably thrown one of those things around. That is the equivalent of probably like five dead bodies just
Yeah.
trying to drag it out of your bedroom, down the stairs,
I don't know
out
what's
onto the
denser, man,
curb.
a black hole or like a king mattress wrapped up into
Oh,
that box. I don't know. It's a good competition, man.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I
yeah, it
remember.
should be fun.
So a little more color to the story. So, Nick's got his leg issues right now. So he
Yeah, it's broken.
called me over a couple days ago. He's like, "Hey, well, he didn't even ask. I offered. He's like, I need help getting this mattress upstairs." And he took a picture of the box, and I'm like, "Dude, like, I got this. This is easy. Like, done. Like, no problem." So at the very last minute, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna bring my son along with me. And it is a damn good thing I brought along my son because
Yeah,
that
dude.
thing, dude, you were so off. You said that thing weighed 100 pounds. Me and
Probably like
Tyler,
150,
no, 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 no,
maybe 200.
no, no way, dude. That like me and Tyler could easily bring you up your stairs.
Yeah.
Like think about carrying you up your stairs. Like did this thing weighed like 400 freaking pounds?
It
It
was
was not 100
unlimited,
pounds.
unlimited mass. I was
It was
joking.
not.
I was
Not
joking
a
with you.
hundred.
All high school physics teachers to
Yeah.
teach dense matter should just ship one of those king mattresses to the classroom and just say, "All
Yeah.
right, you don't believe in matter density? Pick this up."
Yeah. Yeah. Don't
Uh,
throw your back out. Oh
all right.
man.
Let's get into this app.
Oh
So, before we talk about the app, it's interesting.
yeah. Mm.
We started going back to card shows in what, like 19, I would say, maybe 20.
Yeah,
No,
that
I think
sounds about
19.
right. Yeah.
Um,
Hmm.
Man, most card shows, it's like ancient times, dude. They're still using like a stylus. They got an abacus to count
Oh
to count the. It's crazy. Like it's dusty. It's just not like up to date. It's not digitally sound. Like I'll give you one
no.
example, right? I needed a Larry Bird card like that weekend because I got to
Hmm.
mail that thing out on Monday for a signing.
Hmm.
And there was really like no way to do it. I was at
Yeah.
a local show, and it's just like I had to ask the show owner. I'm like, all right, who's got the vintage cards and who's got the best shot at this? And it's like it sucks, you know?
Dude, we talk offline about how you and I have similar personalities, and I'm sure the audience maybe doesn't know that we have similar personalities because it's we're kind of different on this show. But me and Nick talk a lot about how we're ESTJs. We're very much planners, planners, planners. We're going to plan everything. We're going to do it right away. We're going to get this thing planned. We're going to go, 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 go. And when I go to a card show, I get like anxiety because I can't really like I talk about like you need a plan, you need a list, and that's great. And I do have my list and I do have my plan when I show up. But as soon as you walk in that front door, it's like, now what?
Yeah.
Now what?
You get
Like I
punched in the
have
face, and
I
then you're
have
like,
these four
"Ugh."
cards that I want to find, and I'm staring at like 200 tables, 300 tables in a room. And I literally have to go to every single table and look for these. And half the time I just like quickly buzz through, and I bet you I miss half the time I miss the cards that I'm looking for
It's
because I
all
quickly buzz
half-assed,
through.
man. It's like,
Yeah.
if you think about the problems of your
Hmm.
standard 30-year-old card show, it's right. There's no technology. Okay.
Hmm.
Um, you have to, it's all ad hoc. You're walking around the show. Do you have this? Do you have this? Do you have this? There's no like central way of knowing that. There's no catalog or anything.
Yep.
And if you're on the other side of the table, like you want to buy stuff too, and you want to also see what's out there, but you're stuck with the table unless you
Yep.
got another person with you, right? So you can't
Hmm.
go out and explore and see what's there and fill your inventory. And if you're going to show up, You don't have knowledge. Me and you don't have knowledge of what's
No.
there, but the dealers don't have knowledge. Nobody's got knowledge of what's there. It's literally a surprise. I guess that makes it fun, but it
Yeah,
would
it's a
probably be
treasure hunt.
better if there's a way to prepare for it. And
Hmm.
that's where the Hobby Box app comes in. It's
Yes.
very interesting.
Hmm. Yeah, and you and I did an episode, I'm gonna say at least probably 6 months ago,
Mm,
where we were brainstorming ideas for the hobby.
yes,
And this
it
came
was.
up.
I
So
know.
this is really cool that we've now discovered this app. Like this is a real thing now. Um, the National, they created an app for that one that
They had a
I
map,
think
but it did
they
not. Yeah, and it was sort of
it
you could type in vintage and
yep.
like see certain tables.
Hmm.
That's the most cutting edge thing that's
That
ever been
was
done, like
yeah, that
ever.
was that was like 6 months ago, almost cutting edge
Yeah,
thing. But this thing is
it goes
sweet.
beyond that. Yeah.
Yeah, you can inventory all of your cards. So if you're a dealer and you're showing up, you the night before or a couple days before can put in all the cards that you plan to bring that
You just
day.
snap pictures. It's super easy.
Yeah.
So if you got a local show. We got the Causeway Card Show. Recently, you just say, boom, that's where I am. This is what the cards are tied to. This is my table. And then anybody else using the app can see you at that show and know what you have. It's pretty
Hmm.
awesome.
And I think you can even put prices, can't you?
You can, yeah.
You
So
can.
I was thumbing through and you can see the
Yeah.
prices of cards,
Hmm.
which is awesome. I think it's a great tool. More than that too, like so you can actually get this. It's not on Android yet. This app is just in its infancy, and there's
Hmm.
going to be a lot of stuff on their roadmap. But right now, if you go on the App Store, the iOS App Store, you can just punch in Hobby Box app. You can download it. One of the cooler things that I saw is that there is a calendar, like a central calendar of like every card show in the US. I think it is
Yeah.
so cool. So I was
Mm.
thumbing through and I could see what's going on in California. I could see what's going on in Idaho because, this stuff is universal. Like if I see a card in Illinois, there's actually a contact button that says like hit up the owner. And you could say like, yeah, I want that card.
Yeah.
That's really cool. That is
Hmm.
quite compelling. It's
Yep.
almost like it takes eBay out of the game a little bit and creates another network, which is cool.
I love that feature because I'll be sitting around the house on a Friday night and I'll be like, all right, I want to go to a show this weekend. And I'll be like, oh shoot, did I see something on Facebook? Did I see something on Instagram? And I'll try to just like scroll through it. Did I see something this week about there being a show?
Right.
So if there is one central repository, this is going to be huge.
Yeah.
This is going to be really,
Or
really helpful.
imagine, what would be great for me is if I could
Mhm.
say Massachusetts card shows, and then you could download a Google Calendar or an iCal or whatever you want, and then whoosh, it's in purple and it's on your calendar forever.
That would be sweet.
I mean, maybe even links to the shows. This isn't there yet, but I think this
Mm.
functionality, it will be built in at some point. So it's pretty cool. Like the calendar thing is an interesting sort of side
Yeah.
benefit from the app.
Yeah, that calendar, I mean, those exist already. Like you can like for the Celtics, you can download the Celtics calendar and it
Exactly.
automatically throws them all on your calendar. It's great. So
I
yeah,
would
that
love
feature,
this for card shows.
ooh, that would be
Not
really
just people
cool.
like, like content creators like us and sports cards, but just so I know,
Yeah.
especially vintage stuff, man, like
Hmm.
that's rare. And it's gonna be somebody in
Yeah.
Idaho that finishes a set, And so like I want to
Do,
know what shows are going on in Idaho and I want to check them out and check their
mhm.
cards out.
Do I need to show up to this show? No, actually, there's no vintage dealers at this show. I'm not going to show up. Or shoot, there's actually 40% of the dealers are vintage. I am absolutely showing up to this show
Or
this
you show
weekend.
up virtually and hit those dealers up
I
through the
know.
app,
Yeah, the
you know?
other thing I was thinking about too is when we think about comp, there's a couple apps that we use for comp, especially eBay. But this is another app we can maybe start using for comp. At
Potentially, yeah.
least, I mean, I don't know. Does it show? I don't know if it shows sold prices yet, but that would be cool if they could eventually
But
add
they'll
that.
have the data.
But you can
So
have the data,
yeah.
right? At least the asking price. You can kind of get an idea of what other dealers are asking for certain cards.
Yeah, I mean, this is how
Um,
businesses and apps start, right? Like,
yep.
there's a massive problem in
Hmm.
sports card shows right now. This is trying to solve like 4 or 5 problems simultaneously. It's a lot to
Right.
swallow, and the app just got started. But I think the more people that download it and use it and start uploading pictures, the better network effect it has. And then we aren't all just like beholden to eBay for their,
Mm.
20% fees and all this crap. Like, if we create our own hobby network like this, I think it'd be pretty dope, man.
Yeah, it would be dope. Um, Another thing that I just thought of, why couldn't local card shops also use this? So you're not at a show, you're
Mm,
at your shop, and here are all the cards I have. Like, not every shop has a website. Like, some of them do, and some of them are on eBay, but some of them don't, especially some of the smaller ones.
yeah.
You could use this app. And I don't believe this functionality exists today, but for the Hobby Box app, I think that could be pretty cool. Or at least you could
Yeah,
probably
right now
hack.
it's just ad hoc. You got to be a really big,
Mhm.
fancy, huge card shop with a ton
Yep.
of money to have your own homegrown system, like
Hmm.
website. This could be a way to outsource it, and these guys charge a fee or something like that, and you're able to like show your card shop off to all their users. And this is the game with any network. You need to bring the users in,
Yep.
and that's kind of why we're doing this episode. This problem is
Hmm.
important to us, like LZ and I. We're
Yeah.
bothered enough by this. I think it was like a year ago when we came up with this idea just randomly in an episode. And
Hmm.
to have an app actually trying to solve it, I would like as many of us as possible to download it and use it because I think it could
Yeah.
benefit us all, you know?
Yeah. Please download it and then provide feedback. I
Yeah,
mean, this is a new
exactly.
app. Like, you could tell it's new because it's only on iOS. Like, they're still developing to get it on Android. Um,
Yeah, and the
but I
search
think,
functionality is still in progress, but
yep.
for
Hmm.
now, you can see all the events, which is pretty
Yep.
cool. You can see
Hmm.
some cards for shows, which is pretty cool. So
Yep.
start using it, start uploading stuff, and this having another option will benefit us. And like LZ said, we can go right back to the guys who own the app, and we can give them any feedback that you want.
Absolutely.
Actually, we
Absolutely.
should. We encourage you to give us feedback.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, absolutely. We want to hear it. Definitely. Um, yeah, I think it's really cool. I mean, just talk about a little bit more like other feedback I would give about this app. So I've been using it. I like the interface. The interface feels clean. Like, you
Yeah,
log on, it's not clunky. When you talk about interfaces, like the gold standard is like the Amazon app, which we all
yeah,
have. We all have the Amazon app. It's super easy to use. This feels clean. It feels nice. The pictures of the cards are very rich. They really pop on the screen, which I like as well. You can zoom in and out, click into them, see the price, zoom in, look for flaws, all that stuff. So yeah, I think we should all give it a shot.
yeah. You
It's gonna
think
be a
about
good one.
it. So, I mean, just to summarize the problems. Okay, so it saves you time, so you're not like looking around for cards
Hmm.
and just like guessing. If
Hmm.
you're a dealer, it's almost like it saves you time and it's a security thing. Like you leave your table for 10 minutes to go look around and find stuff. Your table's empty, right? And there's all these
Yeah.
robberies. So, it helps you kind of network. If you're a dealer, you've got your inventory, you could pre-sell stuff and meet people. And then it takes this whole thing wider. You're in
Yep.
Massachusetts, you can do a deal with somebody in Idaho, and you don't have, it's almost like Craigslist. Like Craigslist is still around for a reason because they offer a fee-free
Sure.
way to connect
Yeah.
with people all
Hmm.
over the country. That's amazing. So this app is free to download, and you can connect with somebody in Idaho if you're in Massachusetts if they got a card you want, and you're not paying all these fees and all this crap. You do a deal offline or whatever. So I think it
Yeah, it's
solves that,
beautiful.
and
Yep.
it's kind of a pretty cool concept. It'll be fun to kind of watch it grow and see what else they can do.
Yeah, I think it will. Sit back and watch this thing, especially with the feedback that our audience is going to give them. I think this would be great.
Yeah, and if they and
Yeah.
if they can expand it to card shops, I think that would be pretty
Yeah.
amazing as well.
And that feels really easy, Nick. Like, it does. Like, instead of a card show, it's just a card shop. Like, Madness Card Shop. Here are all the cards in our inventory right now.
The other thing I wonder too, like I've never been on the other side of the table, but I wonder how much turn you get on like an 8 hour day. So let's say you start with the table, right? And you got
Hmm.
100 cards. You begin your day at 8 a.m. or whatever, and the show ends at 3 or 5 or something like that. What do you think? Maybe on a good day, do you sell 40% of your inventory and then do you buy another 20%? Like
The
that's a
same
pain.
day.
Yeah, I mean, maybe. I don't
Hmm.
know. That's a
Yeah.
pain in the ass to like have to re-sticker and do all this on the fly. Like as soon as you do a deal, boop, you snap a picture, it's in your inventory.
There it is.
Everybody in the card show knows,
Hmm.
and then you have it for your next show. It's
Yeah.
done. It's almost like doing expense receipts. Like some people wait till the end of the year and they got a pile, and then some people just snap a picture as they go, right? This kind of helps you stay true to, snapping a
Yep.
picture as you go.
Hmm.
So I think it's a helpful tool. If you're a
Yeah.
dealer, card buyer, or a card seeker. I think like for
Card
me,
seeker.
I
Yeah.
want other places to hunt rare stuff.
Hmm.
If a lot of people can get on this app, I feel like I can hunt for rare vintage stuff a lot easier.
Yeah. Yeah. I was using it a couple days ago. I was looking for 86 Flair cards on there. It's like, shoot, this is another marketplace for me to go to. This is great.
Exactly.
Let
I
me
know.
start
I
searching.
combed the world for the random stuff that we look for, man. The
Yeah.
forums
Hmm.
that haven't been updated in 20 years to, Craigslist. Craigslist is great.
Yeah. Hmm.
Reddit. And now it's like, yes, I got another one. So I want people. So again, it's the
Now
Hobby Box app
Hobby Box app.
and
Yep.
it's on iOS. So you go on
Yep.
iOS, you download it, and yeah, join up. It's free. There's no promo code or anything like that. Jump on and start using it so we have an alternative to eBay. That's what I encourage everybody to do.
All right. Question time, Nick.
Oh boy, here we go.
Give me your top three Chinese food menu items.
Oh man, I'm like a Chinese food connoisseur. This is
All
great. I might
right.
order Chinese food as a
Top
result of
three.
this conversation. All right. I don't eat wheat or dairy very often. So when I eat Chinese food on like Christmas Eve or whatever,
Mhm.
dude, the first thing that your son ate 90% of at the last Christmas Eve, crab rangoon.
All
That
right.
stuff,
Crab Rangoon.
there's some stuff that you could duplicate gluten free and kind of get by. You can't
Mhm.
duplicate a crab rangoon. I'm sorry. That's the bomb. Okay. Then we're gonna put
Okay.
a bed of pork fried rice under that thing, but like tons
Okay.
of duck sauce on it.
Yeah, you
Okay.
got to have the duck sauce.
Duck sauce, pork fried rice. You swirl that into like a sweet and salty mix and
Hmm.
put everything on top. So
Yep.
that's in there. And then my favorite, not everybody likes these. It's the beef teriyaki sticks, man. Meat on a stick. Those are my top
Meat
three.
on a stick.
I didn't
Oh,
even have
I
to
love
think
it.
about this.
No, I know you were ready. Shoot, this is like a total surprise to
I
me that you're
love
going to
Chinese. I
ask a
only eat
question.
Chinese food like 2, 3 times a year, and I
Oh,
really enjoy it.
dude, you're sounding like the world's interesting man. I don't always eat Chinese food, but
But
when
when
I
I do,
do, I have crab
your
rangoon.
son, dude, we had a whole box of crab rangoon. What do you think? There's like 20 crab rangoon stuffed in that
No,
thing.
there's eight. There's
Eight. All
eight.
right. All right. Your son ate like six and a half
Yeah, yeah,
before dinner even started.
yeah, yeah.
God bless him.
He's a
He's a
big
big boy.
rangoon guy. He is. All right. I'm surprised that you didn't say this one.
Mm.
This is the this is the chicken parm of Chinese food, is what I'm going to say next.
Uh-huh.
General Gao's chicken.
I'm not a fan, man. I
Oh
mean,
man.
it's got to be good. Like it's usually mushy or like it's got to be like perfect
I
for me to
agree.
like it.
There's a lot of Chinese food restaurants that mail in
Mm.
General Gao's and you bite into it and it's just a big thing of batter.
It's
Just
not a
batter.
it's not a safe bet. Okay, like I
Yeah.
don't know what's gonna happen if I order it. If I
Hmm.
get a beef stick, it's probably gonna be good, and the rice is probably gonna be good. But the General Gas could really get effed up.
Yeah.
So, but yes,
Okay.
if it's great, that probably replaces beef sticks
Mm.
for me.
Okay. Next one. Beef lo mein.
I hate all
Love
lo
a
mein.
good
Isn't that weird?
Oh, I love a good lo mein. You hate lo mein?
All lo mein. I don't like it. Tastes like
Do you
Campbell's
like
soup to me.
I
I
mean,
don't know.
I know you don't eat wheat, but do you like spaghetti?
I love spaghetti, but that's like
But you don't like
saucy and
lo
delicious.
mein?
Yeah, lo mein tastes like
Jeez.
being sick as a kid to me. Tastes like Campbell's soup. Like I should have some ginger ale with the lo mein.
Okay. All right. I don't.
My wife loves it though, man. She'll house it,
Oh yeah, Julie does. She does.
Chicken lo mein, baby.
Um, I don't want to repeat anything you said. I do like a lot of the options you said, but
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna go with they call it like the house fried rice or like the house
Oh,
special
it's
rice.
got like peas in it
It's
and
got
like
peas, carrots, egg,
egg, yeah, like
shrimp,
egg curds,
chicken, like some pork in there,
whatever
all
they
of it
found on the
together, dude.
floor.
Yeah, exactly, man. Yep, it's all the leftovers from the day before.
Oh,
They throw it in there.
just
Yeah,
fry it
man.
again.
That's it. Hmm.
You like
Yep.
that? Oh,
I love it.
that's rough.
Love it.
I
Yeah.
won't. I will not eat any of that crap with peas in it. I want just
Ah,
like pork and rice, dude. I want
so
unhealthy.
good. So good. All right.
Wow.
Well, thanks to the Hobby Box app, me and Nick got to dive into Chinese food
Yeah.
today. So,
So everybody
all right.
hit iOS, download the Hobby Box app. All right. Thanks, everyone.
All right. Bye, everybody.